Hello everybody. For the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna talk about our Swath-like processing algorithm for CryoSat 2 SARIn waveforms over Arctic sea ice. Sea ice thickness is estimated from altimetry through direct measurements of the sea ice freeboard, that is, the height of the sea ice above the local sea surface. A large contribution to the freeboard uncertainty comes from the poor knowledge of the sea surface height in ice-covered regions, since there, the sea surface height is measured from leads, these fractures in the sea ice, exposing the sea surface. As in the freeboard to thickness conversion, the uncertainty, sigma f, is multiplied by roughly a factor 10, we need to keep in mind that generally, the more leads are correctly detected by the altimeter, the lower the freeboard uncertainty will be. Over land ice, Swath processing of CryoSat SARIn waveforms has shown that it is possible to retrieve elevations within a ground swath over sloped terrain, thanks to the two antennas on board CryoSat, which enable to determine the across-track location of the radar returns. In 2014, work by Tom Armitage showed how the CryoSat phase information could be used to improve the accuracy of single lead elevations in sea ice covered regions. But can we do anything more with SARIn data over sea ice? Here you can see an example of SARIn waveforms showing distinct peaks corresponding to both sea ice at the satellite nadir in blue and to returns from an off-nadir refrozen lead in red. The retract elevations are in this case 32 and 20 cm respectively from the mean sea surface and show reasonable values for a first-year ice area like the coast of the Bolshevik Island. So we created an algorithm able to use all of these elevations, since, as you recall, a larger number of leads will reduce the sea surface height and freeboard uncertainty. In order to assess the impact of such a methodology, we compared the radar freeboard estimates from the DTU multi-peak processor, DTU MPP, with a simplified version representing a regular SAR processing scheme, DTU SAR-P. These processors differ only in that DTU SAR-P retracts just the main peak of the waveforms, does not use the available phase information, and it applies a conservative waveform filtering to avoid processing snag waveforms. The average freeboard difference from the two processors in the period January-April 2014 is found to be only half a centimeter. At the same time, DTU MPP performs 55% more lead measurements than DTU SAR-P, which provides almost 3 times the number of freeboard estimates in SARIn areas, that is, the area within the dashed red lines in the plots on the right. More leads and more freeboard estimates translate in an average 34% reduction of the gridded random freeboard uncertainty in the analyzed period. The figure on the right-hand side of the slide shows the radar freeboard and uncertainty for March 2014 from the DTU MPP and DTU SAR-P at the top of the middle rows, respectively. The bottom row is the difference DTU MPP minus DTU SAR-P. We also compared DTU MPP and DTU SAR-P results for March 2014 with Operation Icebridge data and CryoSat radar freeboard estimates from the Alfred Wagner Institute and Jet Propulsion Lab. DTU MPP shows a higher correlation with Operation Icebridge data compared to DTU SAR-P, and thus it better captures spatial variations of freeboard. We notice that the absolute accuracy in this comparison is mainly driven by the retracking algorithm. In fact, DTU MPP, DTU SAR-P, and AVI all use a similar 50% threshold retracker, while JPL using a different waveform centroid algorithm. At the same time, DTU MPP shows a smaller standard deviation of the differences compared to DTU SAR-P. Finally, DTU MPP has an almost 5 times larger coverage than the JPL product in the study area, and you can see an example of the density of freeboard estimates north of Greenland and Ellesmere Island in the figure at the bottom of the slide. I will let you read through this summary and conclusion slide, and if you're interested in more details, you can check out the TGRS publication on this topic. Thanks for watching, and please reach out if you have any questions.